guys, welcome back to another video. It's your girl Jensine, aka a Jungle Nap. So I'm here today with this red smoky eye and nude lips look. One of you guys had requested this look and I was like, okay girl, I am up for the challenge. So thank you for putting in that request, and I'm really happy with what I came up with. I did use the Jaclyn Hill palette. I've got it right here. Mine is kind of dirty. I don't know if you can even see that, but there was a spectacularly beautiful red shade, which is what's on my lids, and yeah, it came out really beautiful. So if this is a look that you're digging, then you should keep on watching. And also, if you're brand spanking new here and you love beauty videos, well, you should subscribe to my channel. The subscription button is right down here. So make sure you go ahead and click that. And if you're an oldie but a goodie subby, hey girl, it's nice to see you again. All right, well, let's get into it. So to start things off, I'm gonna be priming my eyes using my Smashbox 24-hour photo finish primer. I talk about this one all the time, and that's because it never does me wrong, okay? And this thing has lasted forever. I've had it for probably a year and a half, and I still have so much more left. So I'm just gonna be taking a little bit and putting it all over my eyelid. So now I'm just going to be mixing those two colors, and I'm going to put it in my transition. I want more of like a caramelly natural toned transition. Sticking this right in there, and you can see it pretty much looks like my skin tone. So now that that's nice and blended out, it's looking good, we can get to the lid color. So first, because I want this lid color to show up really bright, like right here, I'm gonna take my Tarte concealer, and this is the Shape Tape, and it's the color Deep, and I'm going to kind of carve out from my inner to the mid part of my eye a nice space. And you really want to take your time, and we're going to be making a faux crease because since I have hooded eyes, I want to make sure it goes way past my natural crease. So really make sure it's as opaque as possible, so that way when your color goes on, it really stands out. Next, I'm going to be going into this red color and packing it right on top of that concealer. So now I'm gonna dip into the black shade that's gonna help us create this nice smoky effect. And I have a little trick. I like to take the edge of, you know, any little tube of makeup or whatever. In this case, it's my eyeshadow primer. And then I'm gonna put it right here because I do want kind of that nice clean cutoff. So it's gonna look really nice. And I'm gonna be using my MAC 217. And I lightly dabbed it in the pan, and then I'm just going to dust it and bring it a little bit inwards. And what I really like about this black is that it's not too overpowering, but you can build it up. See how it gives me that nice like winged look? A little bit different. I'm loving it. So now I'm gonna take my black liner, and I'm just going to lightly line the tops just to create the effect of making my eyes look a little bit bigger because my eyes are teeny AF, so I gotta do something. So for a little bit of some, you know, inner corner pizzazz, some little spice, I'm going to take this nice pink shimmery shade. I'm gonna tap it off, and then I'm going to kind of put it right here. And I just want a little bit, as you can see that like nice little bling right in there. But if you guys like a really vibrant inner corner highlight, you can use an even brighter color, or you can take this a little bit inwards or outwards. So now to just prep my face a little bit for foundation, I want to add my MAC Strobe Cream. Ooh, and I've already primed with my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. It's also a moisturizer, so I usually just put that on anyway during the day. But this little guy is going on to kind of create the look of like more light reflecting on my skin. So not necessarily dewiness, but just that luminosity, if you feel me. And now I got my handy dandy Fenty. I love this foundation. I'm always raving about this foundation. If you guys saw my review of it, y'all already know, but it is so good. And I do have natural smile lines, and it's the only foundation that doesn't crease a lot in my smile line throughout the day. Does a tiny bit, but it's really not that noticeable compared to all of my other foundations, so that just makes it really nice for me. For concealer today, I'm using my NYX HD concealer. Now, I usually like to use this one for under my brows, but today, since I don't need much coverage, I'm gonna go use this. And this one is in the shade Nutmeg. Now, the cool thing about this concealer is that it's supposed to be a really good dupe for the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. So if you love that one, but you wanna spend less coins, go with this. Now, to set those concealed areas, I'm gonna pop a little bit of Fenty Beauty, the Invisimatte blotting powder right under my eyes. So for my cream contour, I've really been on the Milani Contour and Highlight Cream and Liquid Duo. This is, I just believe this is the deepest shade, like deep, but it's so easy and so creamy to blend. It blends like a dream. Bringing my braids back a little bit and bring it into the forehead, temple area. And then I'm going to take my trusty Pure Cosmetics beauty sponge, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. And then I'm also going to push it back into the forehead area to kind of blend it into my hairline. So I always like to use my cream contour as, you know, like my rough draft for my contour, kind of like lay that base. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take my powder contour today. And this one is the Tarteist Contour Palette. I think they still sell this. This is the collab with Makeupshayla. I swear this is like one of my holy grails. So if you can still get this, get this. If not, get it on eBay or something, because it is poppin'. So I'm using my MAC 135. This is a really good bronzing brush. I'm dipping it in here. So now that I'm all bronzed up, I'm gonna go ahead and take my face powder from Lancome. I'm addicted to it. If you guys don't know, it's the Lancome Translucence Powder. And if you guys see a bunch of like products that are being repeated, it's just because I've been using them a lot, and I feel like I want you guys to see some of the products that I love to use, like my everyday face products. So yeah. The one thing that I do dislike about the Lancome powder is that it does tend to get really, really messy. So I like usually have a paper towel laid down under it so that I can catch any excess powder that kind of like comes off, you know? But yeah. So I swirl it in here, tap off the excess, and then I just go right ahead and I'm gonna stick this right underneath here to kind of create a nice shadow to make my jawline look a little bit cut, my cheekbones, you know? And I'm gonna put this also in my temple area. And see how it kind of blends together my contour and the lighter parts of my face. So this powder is so good because it creates that like natural shadow, you know, without looking a bit too crazy. Now I'm gonna use the cream highlighter portion of the Milani stick, or the duo stick, you know, and it comes with this interesting little sponge, and I just like to like dab it on there. And take my little sponge, and sometimes it even works best when you just use your finger. but it's really nice. It's subtle, or you can build it up. But I like to go more with the believable subtle highlights. That's just my preference, but girl, if you like to pile it on, just do you. Today, I'm gonna dust a little bit of my MAC Oh Darling. This highlight never, ever, ever fails. I just kind of swirl it on. And then I'm gonna take some on my ring finger. Put it down my nose, and it's looking kind of strong right now, you know what I mean? So, oop. So you gotta take the blending brush and just diffuse it out. Now I'm going to take my Fix Plus and just spritz that all over. So now that I'm all sprayed down to the gods, I realize that I didn't even remember to smoke out my bottom lashes. I don't know where my mind's been, but I'm going to use the Makeup Forever. It's the Aqua Eyes liner in the shade 0L. It's basically their black shade, but what I love is once this dries down, it is it's like waterproof. So it's gonna stay on there, you know, because that's one of my problems. I always get liner that just smudges or runs down my face. So I've got this shade down, and now I'm just going to take my Sephora number 15 brush and smudge it out. And even though that looks nice, I do want to kind of tight line my bottom lashes. So I'm taking the Maybelline Curvitude liner, and it's a really nice, precise liner. Moving on to mascara, I'm just gonna put some on my bottom lashes. I've already done that on my top lashes. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise. I've used it so much. It's like really gunky right now, but I'm gonna try and make the best of it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest to my other eye. As you can see, the big old difference between smoked out and not so smoked out. And then I'll be right back. Okay, so now that my eyes are finished, I also did my lips, and I wanted to tell you guys what I used. I combined these two lipsticks from Mented Cosmetics. This one right here is called Nude La La, and that's in the center. And then this one is on the outer, and it's called Dope Taupe. And they're both really beautiful nude lipsticks on their own, and they really, really blend it out super nicely for this nice little lip combo. And I hope you guys are digging this. I'm really digging this. I haven't smoked out my lower lash line in so freaking long, so this is totally different for me to see, but I hope that you guys really enjoyed it. And yeah, let me know what other looks you guys want to see, and don't forget to check out these videos right here if you want to chill with me some more. I also did another holiday look that's definitely worth checking out, especially if you love purples. And alright, well, I will see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. Toodles!